So I wanted to really bring to you that idea of the Four Noble Truths. And on next couple of Sundays, I will be here, so I'll be talking continuously. But today I'm just going to count that what is the Four Noble Truths. Truth of suffering, which is absolutely relevant for us. We all have plenty more than what we wanted. Suffering. Everybody has it, honestly. And that suffering, it does not come from nowhere or just does not landed on us. It come from somewhere. So what is the cause of suffering? What conditions made it work for suffering? So the second noble truth is cause of suffering. Third noble truth is question. That's it? That's the end of it? Can we do anything? The Buddha keeps on telling us, yes, you can do. Because these are all not truth. These are all not permanent. These will change. There is something called cessation of suffering. That becomes third noble truth. And how do I get to this cessation path? The road to the cessation is called path of truth. So these are the four noble truths, just counting. Just counting. And each one of them have some criteria, purpose, and the reasons. What are we supposed to do with this? So we will continuously talk that. For example, what I like to say today, I do have a few more minutes here. What I like to say today is, for example, truth of suffering. Truth of suffering. What does that mean? What does that mean? Normal understanding, or normally the people think. Our physical body or our mental level I don't know how to say this. Sometimes people get misunderstood to this. And even many of the medical doctors will also tells me that if you look inside ourselves, which is absolutely clean, right? Clean. And for me, it's not true. If inside is absolutely clean, where does the cancer come from? Why we have a disease? Why we have a difficulties? The idea is, yes, you have a disease, but you can remove it, cut it and remove it and all that. That sort of thing is there. But the thing is, according to the Buddha, it's not necessarily clean. It's unclean. Unclean, that's why we get sufferings. That's why we get suffering. I had this conversation with one of our Jolhard medical doctor, scientist, Dr. Ben Shapiro, years ago, now probably 10 or 15 years ago. And then later, Ben told me, yeah, there's something to think, you're right. And that is the thing, honestly. And truth of suffering, Buddha tells us why we suffer so much. Because we are unclean. But many of us will say we are clean. Because you are Tibetan, dirty Tibetan. or you are Indian, the dirty Indian or something. But that's not the point. The really point is what does clean mean? And so we think we are absolutely clean. So I'm just going to give you those contradictions a little bit today, so that you get a little more thinking can be done. And we think we are happy, joy. Life is a happy joy. Probably not. Probably not. Most probably we are not happy, not joy. Because we are in the midst of suffering, whether we have physical, mental agony or not. But it is all possible to be just, all of us are really clinging on just condition, right condition. Anything can go right, left, or anything can create suffering. But that happens. That's the reality. Many people think if you can get little something, and you are numbing yourself, and you think it's a joy. And then you don't know how much damage it has done to you, to your intelligent mind, to your wonderful physical body. But all of those indicates that we have. We are in the midst of suffering, not necessarily joy and happy. Then we also think we are always there, permanent. Permanent. We are always there, permanent. The truth is, we are the example of impermanent. Impermanent. That is easy for us to understand. Then we think self is something always deep existence, always be there. So, sang, de, tak, da. So, which means, I'm sorry, I used a Tibetan word, absolute clean, joy, permanent, and self-existing. These are the common understanding of the self as a part of this truth of suffering criteria, honestly. So the Buddha comes on saying, unclean, impermanent, unclean in the sense suffering, and self doesn't exist. Every phenomena is natural or empty. So normal understanding, and it is what the Buddha's discovery of a Four Noble Truths out of the truth of suffering is different here. So I just wanted to throw that out for you to think about it. And this is a slightly unusual than that of just normally saying truth of suffering is that there are 3 kinds of suffering, 8 kinds of suffering, rather than slightly different, because this is a little more deeper, intelligent way of thinking, which I think all of us can handle it, and will be very helpful later. So that's what the truth of suffering is, a beginning to give you the seed of the idea, and then I will talk more in the next Sunday. Om Tare Tu